Imagine a night when the heavens open, where angels descend en masse, filling the earth with a light invisible to the eyes of the ignorant. A night where a single invocation, a single word breathed with faith, can erase years of errors, heal a broken heart, purify a sick body. Laylat al-Qadr, the night of destiny. This night is better than 1,000 months, a night hidden among the last 10 nights of Ramadan. But many scholars agree that it is found in the 27th night. Have you ever felt an inexplicable peace, a sweetness in the air, a total absence of noise in nature that night? Perhaps you have experienced it, but without being aware of it. Today, we will reveal the signs of Laylat al-Qadr and give you words to repeat so that Allah spares you from all illnesses. Allah says in the Qur'an, "We have certainly sent it down, the Qur'an, during the night of destiny." And who will tell you what the night of destiny is? The night of destiny is better than 1,000 months. During it, the angels and the Spirit descend, by permission of their Lord for all order. It is peace and salvation until the appearance of dawn. Surah al-Qadr, verses 1 to 5. So, are you ready to discover the secrets of this sacred night? Night slowly descends on earth. An unusual silence envelopes the streets, as if the world is holding its breath. Believers, eyes raised to the sky, wait, feel, hope. Because this night is not a night like any other. Said Laylat al-Qadr. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, has hidden this blessed night among the last 10 of Ramadan. But the 27th day is the one that for many shines with a special light. That night, waking hearts perceive signs that science cannot explain, phenomena that go beyond our human understanding. The visible and invisible signs of this night are a call to the soul. Generations of believers have observed and testified to these signs. A deep calm reigns over the night, no violent wind, and no deafening noises, and just an inexplicable serenity. The sky seems clearer, purer. Sometimes it shines with a soft, comforting, almost divine light. The air is light, fresh, but without harshness, as if the breeze carried an invisible perfume, a heavenly caress. In the morning, the sun rises without bright rays. His record seems soft, soothing, like a last message from Allah to those who have kept watch in prayer. These are there the tangible signs, those that we can see and feel. But beyond the physical universe, there exists more subtle signs, accessible only to those who open their hearts. Have you ever felt this strange feeling during a night prayer? As if a force invisible enveloped your heart, warmed your soul, soothed you in the depths of your being? Laylat al-Qadr is not limited to external demonstrations. It is a silent dialogue between Allah and your soul, a forgiveness that descends on you, a weight that disappears from your mind, a prayer that passes through you which is unlike any other, a tear that flows for no reason, a shiver that runs through your body. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Whoever prays during Laylat al-Qadr with faith and hope in divine reward, his past sins will be forgiven." Sahih Hadith, Bukhari and Muslim. Imagine an instant. If this night was your only opportunity to erase your entire past and be reborn spiritually. If this night was your last hope before your fate is sealed. A night that changes everything. Laylat al-Qadr is more than just a night. It is an open door to mercy, a suspended moment where each prayer, each tear, each invocation can turn your existence upside down. And you? Will you be awake that night? In a remote town, lined with imposing minarets and narrow streets, an old man sat in the shadow of a mosque, stretching his hands toward the sky. His face bore the marks of time, but his eyes shone with a serene light. He was poor, terribly poor. His clothes were worn, his body thin, but his heart was full of wealth. Every day he sat in front of the mosque, watching the crowds pass by. Some looked at him with indifference, others with pity, but few stopped. Yet he never complained. He never cursed his fate. He just raised his hands and murmured prayers that only he knew. On the other side of town lived a rich merchant, a respected, successful man with immense wealth. But despite his gold and his power, he never found peace. Every night he tossed and turned in bed, unable to sleep. His body was exhausted, but his mind found no rest. Anxiety and fear of losing what he had consumed him. On the night of the 27th day of Ramadan, while he was walking near the mosque, he saw the beggar. This time, something made him stop. The old man was crying. No sadness, no. He cried in prayer filled with love, gratitude, and total surrender to Allah. Her tears flowed down her wrinkled face, but her smile remained soft, peaceful. Curious, the rich merchant sat down next to him and asked, "What are you asking Allah with so much fervor?" The old man opened his eyes, surprised to be spoken to. He observed the merchant for a few moments and replied with a sincere smile, "I ask Allah to grant you the peace that I feel." The merchant jumped. How could a man who had nothing speak like that? "But you have nothing. How can you feel peace?" he asked, disconcerted. The old man looked at him with infinite gentleness. Then he closed his eyes and recited in a trembling voice, "Allahumma innaka afuun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni." O Allah, you are the forgiving one, you love to forgive, so forgive me. At that moment, something broke inside him. The rich merchant felt his heart tighten. How long had it been since he cried? For how many years had he carried this invisible burden that prevented him from being happy? He then understood. His illness was not in his body. She was in his heart. The wealth of the heart exceeds that of the pockets. That evening, he did something he had never done before. He returned home, knelt down, and repeated the same supplication as the beggar. Allahumma innaka afuun tuhibbu al-afwa fa'fu anni. And for the first time in years, he felt a weight lift. The night of 27th. Ramadan had offered him what no wealth could buy. Inner peace. And you? When was the last time you felt deep peace in your heart? Are you sure what you're looking for is in this world? Or is it something bigger? Laylat al-Qadr is a night when souls find what they are looking for. But you still need to know what to look for. The invocation that protects against illness and misfortune, Laylat al-Qadr. A night more precious than 1,000 months. A night when every prayer whispered in the darkness is heard. A night when the doors of heaven open, where angels descend, where souls are purified and destinies are written. Some seek wealth, others love, and still others seek healing. But do you know what the greatest wealth is? Health. Car, what is gold and silver if your body is weak? What are power and influence worth if your soul is broken? Tonight, a single invocation can grant you immense benefit. If you want Allah to spare you from visible and invisible illnesses, repeat this invocation with unwavering faith. Allahumma inni as'aluka al-afiyah fil dunya wal akhirah. O Allah, I ask you for health and well-being in this world and the hereafter. More what is true health It is not limited to the body. She is also in the heart, in the mind, and in the soul. The worst illness is not always physical. There are some illnesses that no doctor can cure. There are invisible wounds that no one can see, but every beat of your heart feels. Look around you. Have you ever met someone who was sick, but does the smile light up those around it? Have you ever seen someone who is perfectly healthy, but their heart is filled with jealousy, resentment, and sadness? What is the worst suffering? A weakened body can still love, forgive, and hope. More a heart eaten away by hatred is an imprisoned soul. We ask Allah for health, but have we ever asked for inner healing? Have you ever felt that pain that won't go away? A weight in your chest, an anxiety that follows you everywhere, a fear that eats away at you day and night. It is a disease of the soul, and this night is your opportunity to free yourself from it. Laylat al-Qadr, the night of deliverance. This night is not a night like any other. It's a night where Allah erases the sins of those who sincerely pray to Him. It's a night where each invocation can change your destiny. Imagine an instant. What if Allah granted you total healing? The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Whoever prays during Laylat al-Qadr with faith and hope in divine reward, his past sins will be forgiven." Sahih Hadith, Bukhari and Muslim. One night to erase everything. One night to start again. The story of the king and the beggar. Is a sick heart worth more than a sick body? Once upon a time there was a powerful, respected and rich king. But despite everything he had, he was never at peace. He had everything, and yet he felt empty. One day a beggar said to him, "O king, you may be strong, but your heart is sicker than my weakened body." The king, surprised, asked, "How can you say that? I have doctors, plenty of food, palaces." The beggar smiled and replied, "You have everything, except rest for the soul. I sleep in peace every night because I trust in Allah. You are afraid of losing what you have." The king thought for a long time. That night, he prayed sincerely for the first time in his life. He asked Allah not for more wealth, but inner peace. And for the first time, he found a rest that gold could not buy. The invocation that protects you from all harm, so you too ask Allah for true health. And not just that of the body, but also that of the heart. Allahumma inni as'aluka al-afiyah fil dunya wal-akhirah. O Allah, I ask you for health and well-being in this world and the hereafter. Recite it with conviction, because maybe this night is the night Allah rewrites your destiny. Don't let Laylat al-Qadr pass like an ordinary night. There are times in life when just one prayer can change everything. Just one night where destiny is rewritten. A single supplication that opens doors that we thought were forever closed. Call on me, I will hear you. Surah Ghafir, verse 60. Allah has promised you that He will answer your call. So why hesitate? Don't be left empty-handed while this night can fill your soul with light. Don't sleep while angels travel the earth to record those who will be forgiven. What if it was this year that your destiny changed? Forever. Laylat al-Qadr is a gift from Allah to you. One night for erase everything. One night for rewrite your story. A night where every word, every tear, every supplication can change your destiny. Don't let this night pass like an ordinary night. And you? Have you ever felt a moment when Allah answered you? Share it in the comments. It might inspire someone. Like, share, and don't forget to subscribe for the more inspiring videos. May this night be a door to a new you. Laylat al-Qadr. It's now.